Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. Got a video from Dating Right. What? Japan is offering $75,000 for foreign men to impregnate their women? Whoa. Oh. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. See that. Ciao. It's chow time.
付き合えるか
Yes. Yes.
難しい
What do you like about black guys?
めっちゃかっこいい
あ、オッケーオッケー。
かっこいい。
セクシー。
マッチョ
Macho.
Surprise, motherfucker.
ボルトみたいな感じですね
My daddy Alabama, mama Louisiana. You mix that Negro with that Creole, make a Texas Bama.
I gotta say, Malaysian women are one of the most attractive women's out there. I love the darker skin complexion, and the two mixtures just look so good. Just my opinion.
I know you guys have heard about the visa program that Japan opened up last year. They actually opened this up in January of 2023. And we see everyone online making a joke about this, talking about they're calling for black men, but they're really not. They're calling for all foreigners, really. But here, let me just show you guys some of the clips.
I don't mind living in
around.
Japan.
Check this out.
Japan is calling specifically for black men. I know you were saying why, Tasha. They say they need babies, and black men tend to make a lot of them. After South Korea proposed last week $75,000 per baby that a family has, Japan
Per baby? I don't mind having 2 kids for 150 grand. I want 2 kids, 3 kids. And you're gonna pay me 150 grand to 225 grand for it? I'm all for it.
is in desperate need, okay? And they are calling all black men, specifically immigrants, to come and impregnate their women so that they can save their dying population. I don't understand because, you know, black men were once and still is on the inner side of the line, which means their lives, I mean, what are you going to guarantee us if we send our men over there to help save you?
Whoa. You're not sending men over there. Men are choosing to go over there if they so choose. Who? Whoa. Calm down. You're not sending anybody, lady. Men get to choose.
Could you imagine? Think about this. After everything they put us through, everything, y'all trying to take these men out. Now you need them to repopulate the earth? The United States is responsible for what's going on over there in Japan. Why should we be held responsible? And get this, they ain't even paying no money to do it. They're just saying, please, black men, immigrants, please come have.
Immigrants doesn't particularly target black men, but I think it just means anybody from the United States because they're technically immigrants to Japan. But okay.
Babies without women. Here's the thing. We're going to need to run some tests because it could be from what happened years ago as to why their population is down. You know what I'm saying? That stuff's still in the soil. It's still in the air. You already know what I'm talking about. What's that white man's name that thought it was a genius idea to create the biggest bullet in the world? Oppenheimer. Yeah, that's his name. So why is it that, you know, y'all called him this, y'all called him that, you enslaved and you did this, and now you ain't calling for white men. You ain't calling for, you calling for to come save your community. And I'm going to go over there and I'm going to start me a negotiation firm over there in Asia and stuff. And I'm going to have black men come breed with them, but they're going to get benefits. They're going to get lifetime protection from any type of child support if they decide to leave and don't want to stay in these here countries. They're going to be set for life.
Now, you guys know black women are gonna try to get a laugh out of this, but it's not about black men. It's for all foreign men.
Yeah.
黒人男性と交際ってできますか？はいはい。
せーのラジ
あ、じゃあできる
Hey, people are allowed to have their preferences. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
方の理由からお願いします。あ、肌の色関係ない。あ、できない理由お願いします。
日本人の顔が好き
あ、なるほど。
Hey, I'm with her. I love Japanese faces. I love Asian faces. They just are so attractive to me. I mean, I happen to be Asian, so it's built into my genes to feel Asian faces are attractive. And I guess I don't know.
はい、まあ好みの問題。
What's your dating life like in Japan?
Well, yes, I happily have a girlfriend right now. Things going pretty well on that front, and she is Japanese. Dating life in Japan? Ooh, if I go back to my late 20s, it's pretty fun, people.
It is amazing, actually. Dating in Japan for me is good. Girls and their reasons for like trying to go out with me, they say some of the most ridiculous things, and most of it is like putting down Japanese men. It's like some Japanese women would come up to me or try to date me and be like, "Oh yeah, you're cute, you're black, and this and that. I like hip hop," and it's just the casual stuff that majority of us here being black. But then, when it gets to the intimate part, they start dogging Japanese men so hard. Like, Japanese men don't do this, they don't do this, they're not like this, they're like this. It's
prayers have been answered.
That's one thing I do not like. Is trashing your own race to other races. Like, there's no need for that.
It's like the Most High is called upon us and giving us this holy mission that we need to fulfill. Japan, the land of the rising sun, needs black men. They need black men to plant our seeds, to spread their garden, because they have no plants out there to photosynthesize in the land of the rising sun. Damn. Well, it looks like I gotta go to Japan and save a country. God damn.
So apparently Japan needs black men, more specifically the Japanese women. So why did the Japanese need black men, you ask? Well, apparently black men seems to be the preferred type for them to want to repopulate Japan. So apparently the amount of Japanese people being born per year has reduced. So therefore, why don't we just holler at black men? The first time I heard this was like, why black men? What happened to the white dudes, the Latinos, the Middle Eastern? You know what? Forget all.
They did. They just said immigrants. So immigrants fits all demographics.
All those groups. What happened to just Japanese men in general? Well, if you're asking me, I don't know if this should be seen as a compliment for black men or it should be seen as an insult for Japanese men. Now, I don't know if this is true, but there's a fear that some parts of Japan might be racist towards black people. I can't confirm this experience, but I know it personally.
I'm sure there's parts of all countries everywhere that are racist in some way towards certain groups of people. I'm sure Japan has it too.
That my brother went to Japan and he told me that he had a great time. They were very hospitable. Like, he ate more than he usually could and he ended up losing weight because the food felt like it was so natural there. He told me that the people were super polite. Like, to the point where he had to be polite just to match their polite level. I know my brother
that's how it should be.
Because of this thing. He just went there for a holiday because he loves anime and he just wanted to see what Japan's like. And you already know I'm from Cameroon, so obviously my brother's from Cameroon. And one of my close friends is Nigerian, actually lives in Japan, and he told me that his experience has been quite great. Not all the time with everybody, of course, but for the most part, he's enjoyed himself there and he's still been living there for the last 8 years.
A lot of people from other countries, they come to Japan just to find a girl, right?
Yes.
Does that actually exist here in Japan?
It exists in the sense that Japanese people are more accepting of social rejects. I mean, if you're not a weirdo, if you're not a creep, and if you're, a decent guy, which means if you're a loser back home, you can come here and find someone who actually thinks you're cool. Doesn't mean that they all think you're cool. You're probably not going to be cool, but there will always be someone here for you. They might not be with you for the right reasons. You know what? You're British. I like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Let's go out on a date. Whereas that's not really going to happen in the UK.
Let me ask you, would you ever date a black guy?
Yeah?
You would?
Yeah.
You like black guys?
I don't know about long term.
I beg your pardon?
Raising biracial kids in Japan. Is there anything you try to do? I think her experience will be really unique because she has an older brother and sister who are racially Japanese completely. Imagine that it'll be helpful because she'll have her own siblings who will have a different experience. But in general, as a foreign guy, specifically like a black American guy living in Japan, if I had one major concern with my child in Japan, it's not about safety, quality of the school system. My one concern is her being biracial in Japan. Probably struggle with also in America, but it's just going to be more extreme here. Because of the homogeneity of Japan, not looking Japanese like everyone else, she'll be considered an outsider until that culture changes. And I don't think that culture will change. By the time she's 12, 15, 18, I don't think it'll have changed. I think it'll take more time for Japan to finally open itself up.
Just making sure she...
I mean, Japan's borders were closed for a very long time. Very long time. They're only opening up their borders to the mass like this more recently. So they've been pretty Japanese in Japan for a very long time.
Meets a lot of different people and culture, so she's just not fixed to just one. When she understands who she really is, like, it'll be more easy for her to accept, like, oh, there's a lot of people, so like I'm a person,
I appreciate that, man, right there, keeping it real, because I lived in Japan for about 10 to 11 months, almost a year, and I must say that there are some beautiful, nice, kind Japanese people. I did meet them, I did run happening to them, they was very helpful and kind. And I gotta be honest and say there was some people in Japan that wasn't so nice and kind. Some
everywhere.
Japanese people was a little racist, I will say that, but it's really not an issue. That's the issue that goes on in a lot of.
I think like the racism in Japan is a little bit different. Like if you're meeting with them, conversating with them, you might realize it. And then, you know, the looks, obviously they'll look, but they're not going to approach you and call you racist things and, you know, like attack you because of your race, but they will judge you because of your race. So there's a little bit difference where here you can get attacked because of your race.
Asian countries, but like I said, you know, little racism stuff can go on in any country.
I guess that I agree. Damn.
Now, guys, don't fall for the big butt with a smile trap. I don't think a lot of men will be going over there impregnating these women. You know, I don't think this plan will go as the country of Japan is expecting it to go.
If they're just asking to get impregnated, that's weird. To ask for men to go over there and live there and, you know, create families, that makes way more sense to me. But this impregnating thing is a little bit awkward.
I think they may need to offer other incentives to these men if they truly trying to, you know, get their population to grow again. But that's all I got in this video. You guys drop a comment down below and let me know what you think about this call of action that Japan is putting out to all foreigners, not just black men. Be sure to hit that subscribe button.
Shout outs to Dating Ryan. Shout outs to Japan, you know, doing their best to try to keep their country alive. This whole impregnating thing is a little bit awkward. Maybe make incentives for men to move there and live there and maybe make families with Japanese women. That sounds a little bit better, but it is what it is. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.